to Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium, home to the 1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Spartans will boot it away to start the game. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. On target over the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He'll pull it down and run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback adapting. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Power football with the run. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Come on, get it together.
My God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab on the left. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20, the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Final play of the quarter coming. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. Complete to the right. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On second down, looking to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Quick strike complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougar!
And I like the running back's fierceness. Sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Work makes the dream work.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying the left side. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Clay. Nice move to stay on his feet. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
And the Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They want to just keep throwing it. Trying to get to it. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it.
And they got him for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Immediately fires to the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He's looking to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw. And he will score! Touchdown, Spartans!
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
PAT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Sends it downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Michigan State. And that one will give them the lead. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did. And don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I got to make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. BYU lines up quickly.
That's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Fakes his man out. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Cougars. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 32 to Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Firing to the right, complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
Michigan State, 28, BYU, 21.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. BYU right back to the line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nowhere to run on now when he loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They feed him again. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down. Bleed the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Clay. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Toss to the left. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. They'll immediately call timeout. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.